Yo guys, how's it going? We are back for another episode of our Schalke career mode, where today we're getting in off the back of a very good first set of games, first 3 games of the season. All 3 of them got won. After a couple of decent comebacks in the first game and the last game of last episode. Obviously, the last game of the last episode was against Nuremberg in the cup, which means we have gone through to the next round in that. But right now we have these 2 games in today's episode. We have this one against... okay, it's showing me that instead of actually what sides are. We've got Regensburg, I think that is, Regensburg, and also I don't know how you're pronouncing that name even, and it's 17. They're currently 17th in the league at the moment, which means they are second from bottom. So right now we will be looking into trying to send them a bit further down the table and hopefully get ourselves back onto pole position. Currently still unbeaten, 2 games, 2 wins, scored 3, only conceded 1, and Werder Bremen are currently in the lead by only 1 goal, and the side Darmstadt, shall I say, are currently on the same as us, the exact same. So let's try and pull away from them in this episode and hopefully get ourselves even further onto winning ways if possible. Game of today's episode against a team that I cannot pronounce. I think the last one is War something, I don't know. I have not got a fucking clue. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I do like their kit. That's one thing I do know. Their kit is very nice. But let's get into this first game and hopefully continue this good start to the season. So now it's the chance to come forward again with the ball. Anderson is the man on it at the moment. He has lost it, messing about in the middle, and now it's a chance for this side to counter-attack. It's Gay who is coming forward. Wolinski, sorry, he's the man on the ball, and he's give back to him. Risa into the man again, and inside even further. We're trying to keep up with this attack, and Ranocchia intercepts, but it has given the ball straight back away. And this is a big chance now for this side to get themselves into the lead if possible. Big block from Ranocchia, and again, and it's a good save at the end from Farman. 3 decent efforts at goal there, and they were all blocked. Very well done there from Ranocchia, to be fair. And unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to put that past the keeper. Ball spread out wide from to Itakura, shall I say, into our left back now. We'll play it inside. If we can switch the play. That is a beautiful ball from Salazar into Rantful, and he's whipped it in perfectly, and somehow, some way, our striker there, I think it's Butler, who has managed to put that shot wide of the post. It is Butler. It was such an easy chance to at least put on target there. Jesus. That is half time. We have gone in at 0-0, even though we have had a lot of chances, to be fair. There might not be many in this video because I think a lot of them haven't actually turned into shots at the end. But we have had a lot of the ball and looked very dominant in this game. And unfortunately, we have managed to make that dominance count so far. Can't quite do so there. Our left back tries to get in as well. It's not really worked out for him there. And that's a beautiful tackle. And his centre's very much on the counter-attack. If we can play this ball over the top. There it is. It's to Butler, who should be putting this in the back of the net. And he hasn't. It's saved by the keeper and gone out for a corner. But somehow he hasn't managed to bag that and put us in the lead. A very, very good chance there from the young lad. And he's not managed to bag it. They have the chance again to come forward. We've definitely looked like the more dominant side, but the more chances we throw away, the less promising it's looking. I'm not going to lie to you. But we can try and play this ball through to Sabeni, who is through on goal, and he bags it. We have looked very dominant in the last 10 or so minutes. This goal has now been provided from Sabeni. The assist from Butler, who has had a few quite big chances in this second half and in the game in general, to be fair, where we put in the lead from. But Sabeni this time is the man who has smashed the ball beyond the keeper into the back of the net. And we're 1-0 up again for the third time. Well, not for the third time this season, but we are back in the lead for the fourth time this season. Let's go. That is full time. It is a 1-0 win. Somehow we've not managed to get ourselves more than one goal in this game. Don't have a clue how, because we had so many chances to put in the back of the net and we just didn't do so. So it's still another 3 points, which is the main thing, and I'm happy about that. Anderson didn't have any shots on goal at all, to be fair, but he played very well, I thought, in this game. Especially in the first half, he dominated the midfield quite well when he was coming forward. But Kajust has to be man of the match for this game. I know Sabeni scored the goal, but Kajust in the middle, if it wasn't for him, honestly, we would have probably conceded quite a few goals today. He played unreal and one of my favourite players so far this season for this club. And today he bossed it. And here we are for our post-match interview now. Let's see what they have to ask us today. So, just one goal in it. Are you happy with today's performance? We should have scored more. Okay, that's not what I actually meant. We could have scored more, but that's not how I actually expected that to go. Under pressure during the game? No. Well, we got the goal. Maybe we could have had more, though. Yes, exactly. We definitely could have had more today. But we didn't quite get the goals, unfortunately. And finally, you won, but you made it tough in the midfield, didn't they? We stayed alert. We never let up. He's an exceptional player. We never let up. We were by far the better side today. It was Trujic, the man that they were on about, but yeah, Kajust fucking had him in his pocket, mate. Right then, so we hear back from a couple of players that we had offers for and offered in the end of the last episode. So Idrizi is the man who has been loaned out for 1 season, and we have a 2-year loan deal for Nabel, and Fagir is a man who also came in on a 1-year deal. And one thing that I did want to say, when I edited the last episode of this, basically I did go back and have a look to see whereabouts, like, I'd gone wrong with the Spanish midfielder. Was it Blanco? He did actually reject it straight away. The offer got rejected. I didn't realise that. So, yeah, that's where I did go wrong. I thought he accepted it, and I clearly didn't read it very well. And now we have a player chat with Simone Terode, who I've been playing pretty well lately. I'm feeling really good. I hope that means I won't just be on the bench for the game against Regensburg. Of course you won't. I just rested you for the last game because you had looking a little bit tired. But yeah, you'll definitely be the man in the squad today. And here we are for that second game of today's episode against Regensburg. Obviously, they are now also in 17th. So currently, we've played both sides today that are currently in 17th. So that's a bit of a madness. Obviously, the other side that we played in the last game must have dropped down to 18th after that performance. So that's a bit bad for them. But we are still currently in second. If we have a look at the league table, they are still literally that 1 goal difference in front of us. Scored 2 more goals and conceded 1 more as well. But hopefully in this one we'll be able to push on from them. And currently still. Okay, so the other side that they drew their last game, the Stad, where they drew their last game, so they've dropped away from us. So that means that it's just me and Werder Bremen now who are on 9 points. Still, obviously, there's quite a few sides that are still left unbeaten. How many exactly are there? Let's have a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides that are currently left unbeaten, but hopefully we can be the one that lasts the longest and hopefully get ourselves that league title. But let's get into this second game against Regensburg and see how it goes. And here we are for that game, obviously away today. Hopefully we can get ourselves some decent performances going as we are playing Jan Regensburg, who are currently 17th in the league. We are currently 2nd, so let's try and put in that kind of a performance where it shows we are trying to get that league title and hopefully keep this unbeaten run or this winning run going. This side definitely looking a lot more sturdy. Okay, as I say that, we've played the ball pretty much straight through. It's out to our left back. They are looking a lot more stable than the other sides we've played so far this season, even though they are currently in 17th. So at some point they must drop off dramatically. So we'll just have to wait and see for that moment. But Kajust is the man on it. He gives it to Anderson, who takes a shot, and it's well over the bar, to be fair. I think it wasn't the best of shots. I thought it was better than what it was. And it was pretty much straight at the keeper. It wasn't far over, but it wasn't exactly the best hit shot. Okay, that was a stupid pass there from Anderson, I'm not going to lie, and that is centred very much on the back foot. I don't know who it was, but Sane is covered very well for whoever was missing there. I think it was Ranocchia, and as I say that, they've had another shot at goal, and they are through now, and it could be a big opportunity, a big save again from Farman, and now Itakura to bring us away and smash the ball into our left back. Danger cleared. We'll spread it to Itakura. Don't know where our left back currently is, so we'll play it back into Salazar. Okay, he's down this wing now. Itakura, I've tried to play a stupid pass a bit too quickly, and Itakura has tried to foul his man, and that hasn't even worked. But it has held him up enough to stop that from being a bit of a dangerous counter-attack. Kajust is the man in the centre, gonna try and keep him out. Now, it's not exactly worked, but a good save again from Farman. Is making the run on that outside, and Kajust with a beautiful pass. Now it's into Anderson, who has tried to flick a header inside for some reason, but Kajust has won the ball back again to Road. Now Butler, who can take an effort, and it's not a bad shot at goal either, but has been tipped wide from the keeper. Not a bad effort at all there from Butler. Don't know if it was on target or not. Doesn't look like it was, but he's tipped it wide anyway. We'll spread this out wide now to Itakura, who is quite far up the field right now, and he's carrying on making the run as well. We'll play it inside now to Salazar, who can find Anderson. Now tries to find our striker. He's done so, but it's not really worked out for the best, and that was not a bad piece of play there. It's there to Road, and I've messed that up. I didn't make my decision quick enough. Kajust tries to get his foot in right at the end. Couldn't quite do so, and that's a beautiful ball over the top. It should be 1-0, and it is not. Somehow, he smashed it off the bar. Lucky for us. And Anderson is now charged forward, and their men are completely out of play. Here we go. Anderson to take the shot, and it's saved by the keeper. End-to-end stuff right now from the boys, but we are definitely looking the worse for wear when they come attacking. But so far, a decent effort there from Anderson. Couldn't quite grab his first goal though. And that is half-time. We have gone in at 0-0 again. Same time again at half-time. Gone in at 0-0. But definitely looking like the better of the two sides. Actually, that is a lie. That is a blatant lie. I've literally just said a minute ago that that is not true. But, yeah, they are definitely looking like a very good attacking side. We've very much struggled to defend against their counter-attack. They play very similar to us is the issue. And both sides have counter-attacking abilities. And when both teams counter-attack, it looks dangerous both ways. But unfortunately, neither side able to make the breakthrough so far. Kajus can have the ball again. It's into our left back. Now to Itakura, who can find the man Kajus in the centre. It's a lucky pass that time. But it's to Ranocchia now. We'll play it back inside to Kajus, who is controlling the midfield right now. And we'll try and find this pass through. And it's worked beautifully. And somehow again, Butler hasn't managed to put the ball in the back of the net. Two big chances for the lad, and he's missed both of them again this game. Cora has to play himself out of danger, and he's done very well in doing so. We'll try and find that ball around the back. That was a poor pass there from our left back. And now it's a chance for this side to come forward, and a good interception from Ranocchia, and he's gave the ball away. Surely he was offside there. He must have been, and he's not. And it's 1-0 to that side off the counter-attack. Somehow, I don't know how, he was not offside there, because to me that looked like he was. Oh, and it could and should be us losing this game now, because at the end of the day, we've had massive chances that we've missed, and I think he was just onside from Itakura, to be honest, and that's nothing that Foreman could have done against that finish. To be honest, he's been a boss all season so far. As I say all season, he's had 5 games including this one, but it's one of the first goals that he's actually let in, and I'm not surprised that has ended up in the back of the net. Oh man, we've looked like such the more dominant side in this second half, and we've just not managed to make it count. Our right back is definitely out of position, right? He's managed to retain himself and get himself back, and I'm trying to press for the ball right now, and it's really not working as they're just passing the ball around. They're going to be happy with keeping the ball and not trying to score. I wouldn't be surprised. And Ranocchia is the man in the centre trying to keep it. Oh, come on, get that tackle in. Somehow we haven't, and this could be 2. And it's a good save, and it was offside anyway. Brought on the pitch, and Kajust is the man on it. He's gave it to Butler, who can try and find one of the new subs, but he can't do so, and it looks like we are going to take our first loss of the season. We'll knock that man offside. Right now though, they are looking definitely like they're going to score a second, and it's smashed off the bar, but can we reclaim the ball? No, but that is the end of the game anyway. We've lost the game 1-0. It's poor from us. We really should have managed to get ourselves in the... Well, we nearly did manage to a couple of times just before they took the lead. Basically just couldn't make the chances count. It's poor. Butler is the man who has spurned 2 big opportunities today and could have very easily won us the game. And instead we've ended up taking our first loss of the season. Yeah, it's something that I definitely wasn't expecting from this game. Don't get me wrong, they looked like they were definitely going to be winning the game, to be fair, at the start of the game. But in this second half, we were definitely the more dominant side and somehow didn't make it count. And look at that for stats. 63% possession to their 37. Don't get me wrong, shots are quite similar, but that kind of possession should be equaling a match-winning performance. Right, here we are again, post-match interview. Today, it wasn't his debut. This really annoys me because it always comes up for their second game where they play worse. It takes time for a new boy to settle in. He'll give us more to be... let's be honest. He was perfect in his actual debut. It's just today he wasn't exactly the best. Becker. I think everyone knows that Becker has been struggling for form this season. Why did you leave Becker out? The team has to come first. I want to see a reaction. At the end of the day, our centre-backs this season so far have been absolutely killing it. So what's the point in changing it up? And finally, does defeat today damage the team's confidence? One mistake can be costly. That's what we've learnt today. And that's exactly what has resulted as losing this game. And after that game, Tarode has again come back and said, "Hey Gaffer, thanks for listening to what I had to say. I really appreciate the chance to play while I'm in such good form." Such good form, but you didn't manage to put the ball in the back of the net, unfortunately. But just keep trying, is what I'm saying. Right then, boys. So we have I've just literally gone onto the transfer list just to try and basically find a player that... Basically, I wanted a striker that's quite a pacey player to bring off the bench at some point, hopefully, is what I was looking for. And I've just found this guy, Stanislav Tlek. He's Czech Republic, 30 years old. He's not going to be the best of players, obviously, but his pace and that is unreal. And he's got some really good stats, but he's only 1.6 mil. From Slavia Prague, I'm assuming he's only going to be about a 70 overall-ish. So what I'm going to do is go in for him now and see how it works out, because I reckon he's going to be quite a decent player to bring off the bench in a situation where we need to get forward, basically, like the last game. So I'm going to have a look into getting him now. And this lad as well, Palomino, he's currently 6 million, so he's probably not a player I'm going to look at right now. But he has some very good defensive stats, so that's something that I'm definitely probably going to look into him and try and get him at some point. He's 31 years old, so again, he's not going to be exactly with us for very long, but it's going to be a realistic career mode, and that is exactly what we're going for right now. And Stanislav Telek, you're the man that we're going for next. Right then, here we are. So let's go into him and let's offer a mil to start the offer and see where they go from there. They want for 1.6. Right, let's go with propose new. Go for 1.2 plus 5% sell-on clause, because to be fair, he probably isn't going to get sold at this point in his career, but unless we can make some drastic improvements quite quickly. But 1.4 million, remove that and see what they say to that. They want 1.450. Let's go ahead and accept that offer and try and bring him in. Right, here we are for the contract negotiations now. Let's see what they have to okay, he wants an important first team player. That's fine by me, because he'll probably come off the bench quite a bit this season. Let's offer him a 3-year contract, and he's accepted that as well. Deny the release clause, because we ain't interested in that. And let's go with that, but remove that and see what they have to say. He still wants a paid deduction, so I'll happily accept that. And that is our new signing. Stanislav Telek comes into Schalke. Right then, boys, so that is where we are going to end today's episode. Obviously, we have ended up getting our first loss of the season. 3 wins and 1 loss. No longer an undefeated side, but we are still in second, so that's something that we have to look forward to. Right now, we are currently second, and we have 2 more games in the next episode. One against Dusseldorf and the other against Paderborn. So yeah, we'll be looking at them in the next episode. Guys, have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The 0 gravity keeps elevating me.